Hello everybody and welcome back to RybelCraft. Today we are going to continue with our castle and we're also going to spend a bit of time in the end getting ready for our shulker farm. We need the shulkers for bulk storage as both Ry and I have a lot of projects that require a lot of materials. For example, the castle has so many blocks, I don't think all the shulkers we currently have would hold them if I took the castle down bit by bit. And it's not even finished yet. I have made progress on the castle, however, so let's jump into a time lapse. There you go. As you can probably see, it's just the tips of the towers to go there. And of course, the interior. I have also been making some plans for the mountainside itself, how you'll get from the town up to the castle, as well as some walls. So hopefully you guys will join me to build that as well. As you guys know, if you've been watching, last episode, Ryan and I made the End Dragon respawn and defeated it once more. This means that we have a new end gateway that we can travel through. Ryan and I did some exploring, and then after Ryan had to go, I continued and found a few spare elytra for myself and Ryan, as well as a end city that seemed fairly well positioned for me to transport some shulkers. And it sounds like a very easy thing to do, doesn't it? just, transport a couple of shulkers from the end to the overworld. But no, here's how that went. That was one tough task, but we achieved it. We now have 2 silenced shulkers sitting in a little glass case ready to be put into our shulker farm. The design for which I've got from the archivists. I will leave their link in the description below. They are a group of redstone-minded people who were a lot cleverer than I am, and they have put together this plan, and I have just brought it over to this server and built it here. So we had built the shulker farm, and I tried a couple of things to get it working, because I knew underground there were going to be a few issues. The first thing I did was encase it in glass panes, because shulkers can't land on that. However, the shulkers were spawning outside of the farm in the caves instead, so I wasn't able to get the farm running efficiently or successfully. So then I had the idea to dig out a 10 block radius all around the cube that is the farm. And the inventors of the farm, the archivists, were very helpful answering questions that I had as well. So in a stream last Thursday, because we are now an additional week on, I was sick for a little bit. We dug out all around the farm, and I'm pleased to tell you, if I remember to put my wings on. Right. Anyway, I'm pleased to tell you, now that I'm wearing my wings, that just down here, we now have a functioning shulker farm, which is also auto reloading. So if the shulker in the center dies, the boats that you saw me put in the top should have retained a shulker and then be able to reload. So there's a couple in here now, because Ryan and I have shared between us the majority of them, because we both needed shulkers. You can hear the shulker already. I flipped this switch, and the snow golems, the trapdoor now opens. You should be able to see, if we come up to the AFK area, they're being damaged there, and the shulker bullets can't reach me through this stair, so they continue to be aggroed, and I'm safe. The farm continues working. Everything's fantastic, and we have an endless supply of shulker shells now. Finally. And you wouldn't think that it would be such a big task to get something like this going, but this is the most difficult redstone farm I think I've ever made. More because of the mob itself, rather than the actual intricacy of the redstone. Just moving the shulker and making sure there was nowhere that it could possibly go other than where I wanted it to be was a massive challenge. So I hope that it stays working and I'm really proud of it. So that is another thing that we've achieved, and that's everything. It may not seem like a lot, but it literally took me 3 days and many, many deaths to get those shulkers over here. So I hope you enjoyed the stressful process, and I'll see you guys next week.